Hey guys, my name is Siddhant and I recently took the GRE general test at home. A lot of my friends have been asking me about it, and since I have a lot of free time, I decided to make a YouTube video. As a matter of fact, this is my first YouTube video, so it may not be perfect. Do let me know in comments what went wrong and what can be improved. Constructive criticism and feedback is always appreciated. So with this, let's get started. So, should you take the home version of the test? Well, I would say there are certain requirements of the test which I'll be discussing shortly, and if you fulfill them, you should definitely take the test. We all know that coronavirus pandemic isn't going to end soon, and even if the centers open, it would be really unsafe to go and take the exam at a center. And as we know that the admissions for fall 2021 will be starting in September 2020. So if you're a pre-final year or a final year student, I don't think you have much time, and you should utilize the time which you have right now and take this at-home version of the test. Currently, the exam is available until 30th of September in India. This is one question that I have been hearing a lot from my friends and my peers. Will taking the at-home version of the exam have a negative impact on my application? The answer is no, your application will not at all be affected. It is same as you took the offline exam. Moving on. Is there any change in examination pattern or scoring? The answer again is no. Everything remains the same. There is no change in scoring or in examination pattern. Everything remains the same. The only change is the delivery method. You will be taking your exam at home instead of taking it at a center. Now this is the most important question a lot of you have been asking me. What are the technical or equipment requirements? First, a laptop or a desktop. It can be Mac or Windows. They did not allow MacBook when I took the exam, but now it's available. However, it cannot be a mobile or a tablet. It has to be a laptop or desktop. And moreover, if you are using a desktop, you should be aware of the power cuts. If you have frequent power cuts in your area, then it might be a problem for you. Next, a Firefox or a Chrome browser. You cannot use Safari or UC browser or any other browser. It has to be Chrome or Firefox. Further, you need an internal or external speakers to listen to the proctor. You will also need a webcam. It can be built-in or external webcam. A lot of you have been asking me whether a 360-degree webcam is needed. No, a 360-degree webcam is not at all needed. Your inbuilt laptop webcam will suffice. You will also need to download ETS exam browser beforehand. It's a small software. It's less than an MB, and you'll use this software to take your exam. Now last and most important of these requirements is a good internet connection. Now this is the biggest issue for everyone in India. Well, I would like to suggest that do not rely on a hotspot. You don't want your internet connection to mess up your exam and hence your score. Make sure you have a good internet connection and you are using Wi-Fi or Ethernet, but do not use hotspot. It says on ProctorU website that minimum internet speed required is 1.5 Mbps download and 1 Mbps upload. But in order to avoid any trouble, make sure that you have a speed much higher than this. I'll be dropping link to ProctorU systems check. You can run this check on your system to make sure that your equipment passed the test. Make sure you do this before registering for your exam. Okay, so moving on, what are the other requirements? First, you need a note-taking material. You need to use a whiteboard or a transparent sheet like a file which we use in school to submit our projects and all, and you need to use a marker or duster along with that. You cannot use pen and paper. Pen and paper are not allowed. ATS has this kind of policy in order to make sure that their questions are not leaked, and they will ask you to erase your whiteboard or your transparent sheet at the end of the exam. So make sure you are able to get one of these before your exam. Next, you need to have a quiet and isolated room. No one else should be inside your room. If anyone walks in between, ETS reserves the right to cancel your test. Hence, make sure that your family is well informed of your test and they do not enter into your room. Next, you need to dress appropriately as your photo will be taken and will be sent to institutions along with your score. Do not wear anything that can be suspicious. Do not overdress. Do not wear any jewelry items or any electronic device. At the start of the test, the proctor will check your ears, your wrists, your eyeglasses. Make sure you do not have anything that can be used as unfair means. Fourth point, food and drinks are not allowed. However, if you want to keep a bottle of water, Please request your proctor, and if they allow, you can go ahead with that. Next, have a clean tabletop surface and chair. What I mean by clean is have nothing on it other than the stuff you required for the exam. Do not have books or other electronic devices. Lastly, ID requirement. As far as I know, passport is mandatory for Indian students. However, I'm not quite sure. Please check out ATS website for more details. Also, I've heard from few other people that they were allowed to take the exam with their driving license. Okay, so how does this process of GRE at home work? I'll be discussing in detail about registration and examination now. So once you have made sure that you have all the required things for the exam, head over to ETS website. I'll be putting the link in description as well. Create an account or sign in if you already have one. Then go to GRE homepage and select register, and then select find test center option. There you'll have to select at home option. Now note that you will not be allowed to select a date and time right now, as this has to be done separately with ProctorU. I'll be talking about ProctorU in a while. Please bear with me. So just select the at home option, follow the on-screen guidelines and make the payment. Within a few minutes, you will receive a mail from ProctorU asking you to schedule your exam. So, what is ProctorU? Well, ProctorU is a company that has been appointed by ETS to manage their at-home version of the test. Their job is to proctor the students taking the exam and to prevent malpractice. So once you receive a mail from them, click on the link, enter the temporary password provided and log in. Make sure you change the password later on. After logging in, you can schedule your exam by selecting the date and time of your own choice. Right now, GRE general test is available only on Friday, Saturday, Sunday and Monday until 30th of June, and from July 1 to 30th September it is available on all days of the week. However, slots do get filled very fast, so I recommend you to book as early as possible. Once you have done this step, your process for registration the exam is complete. Okay, so now I'll be talking about the actual examination. Make sure that you have downloaded ETS exam browser before you begin the test. Download it a few days prior, in fact, and run it and make sure it opens this screen. If there are any errors, please contact ETS. Now let us say your exam is scheduled on 1 July at 10:30 am. So you'll have to go to the ProctorU site and log into your account, and then you'll have to click on start session. This can only be done at 10:30 am and it cannot be done before that. Now after clicking on the start session option, first thing you'll have to do is get your picture clicked. So just place your head inside the frame which will be shown on the screen and get your picture clicked. Please dress appropriately, as I've already mentioned. Your photo will be sent to institutions along with your score. Next, you'll have to put your passport in front of the webcam and its picture will be clicked. Make sure it's a clear and a readable picture. Once this step is done, ProctorU will ask you to download a software. This is a very small software, probably a few KBs, but it is actually very important. It's a chat box, and this is how you will connect to a proctor. It's an exe file on Windows. Once it's get downloaded, just double click on it and open it, and you'll get connected to proctor within a few minutes. Chat with your proctor, ask them any question if you have, ask them if you can keep water bottle or not, or literally ask them any question you want to. The proctor will then have access to your computer. They will run a few tests like mic test and camera test. They'll make sure that there is no duplicate screen or any application is opened. Your proctor can see you or talk to you during the whole duration of the exam. However, you cannot see the proctor, but you can talk to them. Next, your proctor will ask you to show your entire room. Just pick up your laptop and show your 4 walls, floors, desk, chair, under the desk, or anything they ask. Then they will ask you to show your screen. Just take your phone and open the selfie mode in that and show the screen of your laptop to them. Then they'll ask you to put your mobile away. Then proctor will also ask you to show your whiteboard and to make sure that you have not written anything on it. Lastly, the proctor will then launch the ETS web browser and log into the test. This is when your test begins. Your timing for the test will start now and not prior to this during the verification process. The testing experience. In my opinion, testing experience is really smooth. The proctor won't bother you if you don't do anything that's not permitted. Just keep giving your exam without any malpractice. Make sure you can be seen on camera by the proctor. Any suspicious movement can invalidate your test. Now at the end of 4th section, you have an option to take a 10-minute break, and you can even leave your room during that break. You can go to washroom, have drink, food, whatever you want to. However, inform the proctor that you are leaving the room and come back before the timer ends, or your test will be cancelled. Once you are back, the proctor will ask you to show your room again and may even see your ID again. Then you can carry on with your test. Note that there is 1 minute break at the end of each section. However, you have to remain seated during those breaks and you cannot go out. At the end of the test, you'll have to report your score or cancel your score. If you report your score, you will be able to see your unofficial score on the screen, and then you can send your score to institutions which you want. After this process, the software will automatically close. Just text the proctor using the chat box which is still open on the desktop. They might ask you to do a few things, like you'll have to show your whiteboard that you have erased everything, and after that you'll have to go to Google Chrome which is already open, and you have to log out of the ProctorU, and only then your examination session will be over. Okay, so what if you encounter any technical difficulty during the exam? First of all, don't panic. You can speak to the proctor using microphone and explain your problem to them. If they are not responding due to some technical difficulty, you can also use the chat box which is already open on the desktop. Okay, so lastly, here are a few other questions which I have been asked a lot. First is, can I cheat? No, do not even try to cheat. There's a proctor which is watching you and hearing you. You will not be allowed to go out of the camera frame, or you cannot speak anything during the test. Proctor even has control of your computer, and moreover, your entire test is being recorded. So don't even try to cheat. Next, are there accommodations for test taker with disability? Yes, there are accommodations available for those who have disability. However, keep in mind that approval might take some time, so you need to apply as early as possible. Please visit ETS website for more information. Okay, next, what about rescheduling and cancellation? Well, rescheduling is very smooth. Even I rescheduled my exam. You just have to log into ProctorU and you will see an option to reschedule your test. It is for free if your test is not within next 4 days. Otherwise, they might charge some fee. Cancellation at any time will be chargeable. As far as I know, half of your test fee would be refunded. But please look on ETS website for more information on this. Can I shift my at-home test to a center-based test? No, you cannot do this. You can shift your center-based test to at-home test. However, the other way around is not allowed. Okay, so that's it from my side. I have tried to cover all the points and aspects of GRE at home. As I have already said that it's my first YouTube video, it might not have been the very best. Feel free to comment your views. If you like the video, hit the like button and share it with your friends who might find it helpful. For any queries regarding GRE at home or anything, you can ask your queries in the comment section or DM me on Instagram. In my future videos, I'll be discussing about study plan for GRE, tips and tricks to score high on GRE, time management about GRE, and I'll also be discussing about TOEFL and TOEFL at home. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and stay up to date. Further, if you are a high school student and you are preparing for IIT, JEE or NEET or other entrance exams, you can subscribe to my friend Arindam's YouTube channel. I'll drop a link to his channel in description. He has a lot of informative videos on these topics. Thank you once again for watching my video. Stay safe and stay at home.